The joint is jacked, ready to go. DeFrancisco will jump it up against Wolf. The official steps in. There's a toss, tap, controlled by the Bulldogs, and they will work it from left to right. Fitch in a man-to-man defense. Guidos dribbles out in front. Passes off the black top of the key. Swings it left side. Outside the arc to Chalmers. Now to Wolf. Front right. Shoots the three. Short off the rim. And is run down by Guidos. They reset. Guidos now attacks the rack. Goes off the glass. No good. Ball off by Wolf. Won't go. Rebound DeFrancisco. Off the driver. Back the other way. The glide inside. Sticks it. Jesse Driver with Fitch on the board first. Wolf in the backcourt. Picked up by Driver. Across the line. Gives it off to Chalmers. Top of the key. Front right on the pass to Guidos. Dribbles left of the lane. That door's shut. Bounces off to Wolf. Left arc.
So they're going to open up in a man-to-man defense here.
There they are.
Playing some pretty good defense, even though Poland's still able to get a couple shots at it. That's Poland's game as well. Offensive rebounds, get the extra chances, and you score a lot of points that way, getting the extra chances.
Wolf has it front left. Picked up by DeFrancisco. Lob to Black left of the lane. Works it up and in, and he's fouled. Let's see if it's on the floor.
I think they're going to call it on the floor.
Yeah, they are. Grab is on Butcher. First team first for the game.
Putting Driver up there.
Yeah. I thought he signaled two.
I thought he did also, so we'll have to check that later on. But as of right now, they have Driver up there.
It was on the floor. Ball's in. Chalmers has it. Down to center circle. Guarded by Driver. Passes off to Wolf front left. Dribbles to his right. 2-0 Fitch early on. Guidos now has it. Front right. Pass to Black. Now to Dixon, center circle. Wolf, right arc. Bounce in tight to Black, puts it up and in. This one will count. +1. So we're tied at 2. And Dan Black steps to the free throw line. The foul goes on Chepke, team second.
And already, I think Poland feels that they can match up inside with these guys. They have the height advantage and the strength advantage, and that's what they're trying to do right now is just go inside.
Black hits the three-point play. 3-2 Poland. 6:23 first quarter. Jim Evans along with Bob Gavalier here on the Sports Animal. Poland now in the man-to-man. We get to see their half-court defensive set as Higgins dribbles down the left side and gives it up to Butcher. Left arc, shoots the three. Good. Mike Butcher picks up where he left off last week. 5-3 Fitch. 2 minutes gone, first quarter. Poland in.
He's going to have a good game tonight because I think they're going to try to take away Driver and Higgins. And so he's going to have to step up here tonight.
Wolf has it right arc, passes off to Dixon. On the dribble, off to Wolf, point blank range, he walks with the ball. 5-3 Fitch. As Higgins works it in the backcourt. Cross the line on Chalmers. As Chalmers goes down on the cutback by Higgins. And they're going to call traveling. Now Fitch shows full court man pressure on the inbound. Ball's into Chalmers. Passes off the Wolf. In the front court. Guarded by DeFrancisco. Wolf deals it to Dixon. Low right block to Wolf. Back to the basket. Turns, shoots, scores. Tied at 5. Fitch in. Double dribble. They blow it dead on Chepke. And Steve Andrews had checked in for Poland. And Guidos was out, who comes back in.
You wonder if they're going to try to, it looks like, when Andrews was in there, the only thing he had to worry about was Driver. So you wonder if maybe they're just going to try to shut him down defensively and just mix it up a little bit. Put different guys on him.
Drives inside as he lost the handle, got it back, and then sticks it, and he's fouled.
Francesca with his first already, the team's third. So, and you see what Poland wants to do.
Yep.
They're taking it inside. I think they also want to try to get them in foul trouble.
That's what Coach Grisdale talked about as Wolf comes up short on the three-point try. He's in with 4 points now. 7-5 Poland. Driver on the dribble, puts up the runner and in. He's got 4, tied at 7. Wolf into the front court, passes off Chalmers, left arc. To Dixon, top of the key. Works it right in the lane, gets it in tight, sticks it off the glass. Kyle Dixon makes it 9-7, Poland. Going back and forth, first quarter, 4:30. Fitch end, driver dribbles out in front on Gaidos. Passes off to Butcher on the right wing. Now Chepke, top of the key. Deals it off to driver. Pours and can't score on the long 3. Rebound down to Black. Good box out. Now let off to Wolf. Brings it down the right side. Bounces off to Dixon. He's going to unload the triple. In and out. And it's cleared off by Higgins. Back the other way. Higgins, Fitch end. Point right. Halfway gone first quarter. 9-7 Poland. Higgins on the left-hand dribble. Now back to the right. To Butcher. 3 for 3. Flat. And the bounces out to Chalmers. He bounces off to Gaidos. Picked up by Butcher at midcourt. 9-7 Poland. Gaidos pulls up right of the arc. We get it to Chalmers left arc. He's guarded by Driver. Takes him on the dribble, gives it up to Dixon. Slices into the lane, shoots at the free throw line. It won't go, and it's yanked down by Chepke. Fitch back the other way. They get it down the floor in tight to DeFrancisco up with the shot, and he's fouled from behind. I think it's on Black. We have to wait. We're sitting upstairs.
Yeah, it is down about 32.
It is Black.
Yeah.
Team first. And Alex DeFrancisco will shoot 2. First one's on the way. Good. 6'4" senior again. Averaging 8.5 per game.
And you wonder when Poland's going to come out in that trap. You haven't seen it yet, and which makes me think that maybe they had trouble. Fitch was able to get through that the first time, because usually you see them trap right out of the box.
DeFrancisco hits the pair. We're tied again at 9. Full court man up by the Falcons.
It's Fitch is doing more of the pressure than Poland has.
Chalmers brings it Poland in. Off the Gaidos out in front, loses the ball. And it's saved in. Burkert in the ball game now for Fitch. And they go over and back. 2:58 first quarter, tied at 9. And again, Jared Burkert in the ball game for Poland. Fitch end. Higgins on the right side. On Chalmers, deals it up to Driver, point right. Guarded by Gaidos. Driver takes it low right, pulls up, pulls the trigger, and he's fouled.
To get Burkett, who just checked in the game, I think. Tate Duarte.
And
number 10.
You are correct. Team second. And Driver will shoot 2. Short on the first one again. Tate Duarte, 6'4" junior, in the ball game now for Poland.
I like what I'm seeing from Jesse Driver tonight. Usually, sometimes he'll settle for those outside shots, but tonight he's taking it right to the hoop, trying to drive in, and that time he did get the foul, got 1 out of 2 that time.
Here's Anthony Pangio, big sophomore in for Fitch, as Chepke sits down. 10-9. Falcons back on top as Driver splits the pair. Poland in. Gaidos point right. Checked by Butcher. Bounce off the Wolf center circle. Picked up by Higgins. Now to Burkert coming right to left. Passes off to Duarte. Tate gives it up to Wolf coming right to left. Kid on the left corner to Burkert. Pangio steps out on him, takes that away. As Burkert dribbles out in front. Goes Duarte. Right corner, takes it to the lane, and he's called for travel. 10-9 Fitch. Their ball backcourt in. There's Andrews back in for Poland. Gaidos will sit down. Black comes back in. Duarte will have a seat. And Higgins will get it in. Into Driver. Picked up by Andrews.
That's going to be a big difference as well. They're so deep, Poland is. They go about 9-10 guys deep, and I think that'll help them in the fourth quarter as this game moves on.
Falcons getting it tight. Left of the basket to DeFrancisco. Muscles it up and in. Fitch with 4. 12-9 Fitch. 1:45 first quarter. It's gone back and forth here in the opening set. Andrews steps on the gas, attacks the rack, lays it up, won't go. Rebound down to Wolf. Low right block, shoots, scores. Jake Wolf with a half dozen. 12-11 Falcons. They're in. Driver dribbles between the circles. Passes off to Higgins, left wing. Brings it out outside the arc. Deals it up to Driver, right at the key. Pass inside to Pangio, loses it, but saves it in. And it's picked up by Black. Outlet down the left side to Andrews. As he takes it to the basket, he's called for traveling. We got a few of those now.
Yes, and already 5 turnovers here for Poland. Very uncharacteristic, but you got to give credit. A lot of that is the Fitch defense right now, flying around to the basketball, doing a good job of just playing some good man-to-man right now.
Here's Driver taking it inside. Off balance, up in the right hand. It bounces in and out. It gets its own rebound, back up and in. Jesse Driver working it hard inside. 14-11 Fitch. 40 seconds, first quarter. Poland edge. Chalmers left arc. Passes off to Burkert, who walks with the ball. Another travel. Nightline embroidered and screen print has new Adidas apparel in stock and offers athletic shoes in adult and youth sizes. Stop by at 16 West Liberty Street, Girard. Tonight's Poland basketball also brought to you by Avisher's Jewelry. Town One Square in Poland. Avisher's, absolutely. Fitch end, Driver passes off to Higgins, and he loses it in the right corner, saves it in out front, grabbed by Driver. He's going to shoot the 3. Back of the rim, too thick, and it's loose under the basket, knocked out of bounds. Poland ball. Tonight's Fitch basketball being brought to you in part by Quality Pet Market, located in the Weston Plaza, Austintown. Quality Pet Market, the official sponsor of Fitch basketball here on Clear Channel Radio. Final seconds of the first quarter. 14-11. Falcons on top. Poland end. Andrews dribbles out in front. On Pence now the ball game. Dribbles to the basket, scoops it up, won't go. Pangio tied up the rebound with Black with 1.2 to play, and it's Fitch ball. And don't forget our Haas Auto Group halftime show. Haas Auto Group, Route 224 in Canfield. Fitch ball, final second, first quarter, as Higgins heaves it, and it hits one of the secondary baskets. And that will do it for our first quarter. Going back and forth with our score, Fitch 14, Poland 11, here on the Baird Brothers Game of the Week on the Sports Animal 1390 WNIL.
Bigger smiles, louder cheers, longer talks. Enjoy the possibilities more than ever with Armstrong. Armstrong delivers the latest in television, on-demand, multi-room PVR, high definition. Zoom Internet has the speed and reliability you need for all your devices. And it's all backed by local award-winning customer service to keep you connected. Enjoy the possibilities with Armstrong.
Back at Fitch, second quarter underway. Each team with a shot and a miss before George Chalmers lays one in on the drive for Poland. His first 2 makes it 14-13. Fitch back the other way. Butcher just inside the free throw line. Rifles a deuce. His first 2. 16-13. That's been the biggest lead as it's gone back and forth. Butcher with a steal. Jim Evans along with Bob Gavalier. Here comes Driver off to Higgins. Goes reverse scoop and draws the foul as it bounces off the rim. And who will they call?
They get Wolf with this one.
His first, team third. Each team with 3. And here's Quincy Higgins to the free throw line for the Falcons, averaging 11 points per game. He will shoot 2. Right-hander looks it over, pumps it, and dumps it. Tonight's second quarter brought to you in part by Baird Brothers Fine Hardwoods, traditional craftsmanship, timeless style.
Well, the numbers pretty similar. 5 of 9 shooting for Fitch, 5 of 12 for Poland in that first quarter.
As Higgins hits the pair, we have our biggest lead at 18-13 Falcons. Poland end. Gaidos to Wolf to Chalmers left side. Bounce low left block to Black, and he lost it and gets it back and deals it back to Chalmers. Hands it off to Wolf, and he'll dribble out on top. Picked up by DeFrancisco. Wolf on the dribble, right of the key. Pulls up, gives it back to Black, who hands it back to Chalmers. Center circle. 18-13 Fitch. Chalmers to the key. Gives it off to Gaidos. To Wolf, left arc. Takes it in the lane. Puts up the floater, hits it. Jake Wolf with 8. He's on schedule. 18-15. Fitch with a lead. They work the offense, and Higgins is pushed from behind by Chalmers as the ball goes out of bounds. And that'll be George's first. Team fourth. Burkert comes in for Chalmers. Ball's into Butcher. Pours. Can't score on the 3 left side, and it's yanked down by Wolf. He brings it down the middle. Wolf on the dribble. Again with a floater in the lane. Sticks it. Jake Wolf with a soft touch has 10. 18-17 Falcons. Driver on the dribble. Spin lane and the move. Nice deal off to DeFrancisco, but they blow it dead. Call it for traveling. Hey, don't forget, you can see tonight's game starting next Tuesday at 2 o'clock on Armstrong 20 and 100. Plus, don't forget a new edition of Loose Change as Dixon works it in tight for the Bulldogs in traffic and draws a foul as he hits the deck on the shot. And they call Higgins for a block. And that's his first, team fourth.
A lot of players down there not liking the foul called. I know a little while ago Jacob Wolf was upset that they called a foul on him.
Dixon throws and threads the first one. Shooting 2, he has 3. Tied at 18. Kyle Dixon, 6'3" junior, averages 10 points per game. And don't forget the new installment of Loose Change. My guest is Poland football coach Mark Brungard, as Dixon rattles the second one down. And Poland back on top, 19-18. Their biggest lead has been 2. Fitch up by 5. Falcons in. DeFrancisco deals the right side to Higgins. Takes his man in the lane, kicks it out on top to Butcher. To Pangio. Chip shot left side. Drains it. Nice shot by the sophomore. Pangio with his first 2. 20-19. Fitch regains the edge. 4:55 first half. Poland works the offense as Wolf attacks the rack and scoops it up. No good. Duarte with the rebound to Gaidos to Burkert. Shoots the 3. Rim. Glass. Nope. And it's poked down and picked up by Burkert. Gives it off to Gaidos. Duarte, right baseline. That door's shut. Sends it out front to Wolf. Now to Gaidos, right arc. Back to Wolf on the right side. Checked by DeFrancisco. Lob on the left side to Burkert. And it comes up loose and it's picked up by Gaidos. He passes off to Wolf. Left arc now. He'll back off on DeFrancisco. 20-19. Fitch on top. Wolf between the circles. Takes it right in the lane. Spins in the lane. Puts up the shot. Got it. As it rattles in. Jake Wolf with a dozen. 21-20 Poland. Halfway gone here in the second quarter.
A lot of it, once again, still doing a lot of inside, not taking too many outside jumpers. That once they get the ball, they take it right to the hoop, and they've been getting the good results out of it.
Fitch in as Butcher works at the free throw line, crossing from right to left, and passes it out of bounds as one of his teammates wasn't able to step out. Poland gets it back. Pizza at home of the new, better than ever hand-tossed pizza. Proud sponsor of our 50-50 giveaway. Make it great with pizza, so make sure you get in on the fun. 21-20, Poland on top. 3:40 first half. Bulldogs worth the offense. Everybody has stayed in a man-to-man the entire way here defensively. Burkert passes off to Dixon, right wing. Takes the baseline on Higgins, loses it, gets it back, lobs it to Burkert. Pours, scores the triple. Jared Burkert, his first 3. 24-20, Poland with his biggest lead. Driver back the other way. Dribbles in the lane. Puts up the chip shot. Won't go back in the rim. Gets it back under the basket. Double pump fake. Puts it back up. Nope. Slap down to the Bulldogs as Dixon picks it up.
You wonder if Coach Beanie maybe needs a timeout here. They're Poland going on a little mini run here, and you might want to settle your team down. You're struggling from that offensive end.
We'll see what happens here as Black works it inside, and it's blocked by Pangio. Black gets it back. Low right block, forces it up. This time he draws the foul. And it will go on Pangio. That's his first, team fifth. 24-20 Poland. 2-4-7 first half. And here's Dan Black at the free throw line. Averaging 10-6 per game. He's in with 3. And he will shoot 2. Looks it over, dips and deals. Got it. Black in with 4. Pangio sits down. Alex DeFrancisco checks back in for Fitch. 25-20, so Poland matches Fitch's biggest lead. And Black looking to increase on that. Bends and sends. Good. 26-20 Bulldogs. Again, biggest lead of the game. Driver in the backcourt on Andrews. Into the front court. Point right. Driver on the dribble. Jump step inside. Puts up the shot off the glass. Won't go. And it bounces out left side to Butcher. To Chefke. To Higgins on the right side. Higgins puts it on the floor, shoots and scores. Quincy Higgins with that baseline J. He has 4. 26-22 Bulldogs.
It was a tough shot, too, and they needed that. It was a nice little baseline jumper, just elevated higher than the rest of the guys.
And here's Andrews driving to the basket, scoops it up, no good. It comes down to Butcher, back the other way, Fitch in. Butcher guns it left of the key, can't get it. And Burkert way up in the air for the rebound. Now let off to Wolf. Down the left side, pulling in. Wolf on the dribble, takes it to the key, loses it, and scoops it back to Chalmers. He bounces low left block to Black. He'll give it up to Chalmers, left arc. And George takes it out center circle. On the dribble on Driver. Deals it right side to Burkert, knocked out of bounds by Higgins. Poland ball. 1:43 first half. 26-22 Bulldogs on top. Yeah, they won that first matchup back in December over in Poland comfortably.
Yeah, 65-48, and it was a lot of, as they mentioned, they were only down by 5, but then as all good teams do, when you make free throws late in the game, that's how you get that extended lead.
Andrews trying to get the bounce injury down low, and it's kicked by the Falcons. So it's Poland ball side in. Chalmers gets it into Andrews, point right. He's guarded by Butcher. 1:30 first half. Handoff to Burger coming right to left. Wolf left sideline. He'll dribble out to the key. Now right in the lane. Takes it in the lane. Gets Chepke in the air. Up at the shot. Draws the foul. And Chepke will get his second. Jake Wolf steps to the line with a dozen.
And Jake kind of knew he had him. Once he did that little pump fake, he went up in the air and just like a veteran move there. As soon as he gets up in the air, you just go up right with him.
He's ahead of schedule now with 13, averaging 12 per game coming in. And a 66% free throw shooter. Chalmers will sit down for Poland. Dixon back in. 27-22. Poland with the lead.
He's close to a double-double. He's averaging about 7 rebounds a game, too.
Pumps the second one up and in. Jake with 14. And again, they matched the biggest lead, 28-22.
14 of the 28 points there.
Ball's in against pressure to Driver. Fitch in. Has it on the right side. Picked up by Burkert. Passes to Butcher out on top. Now to Higgins, left wing. Guarded by Gaidos. Now to Chepke, left corner. Wolf steps out on him. Now they'll pass it out front left to Driver. As we roll to 1 minute to play in the first half. 28-22 Poland. Chepke. Bounce off to Higgins. Deals the right side to Butcher. Now to Driver between the circles. Guns the 3 and gets it. Driver with 10. 28-25. Poland on top. They work the offense. Gaidos. Low right block to Black. Up glass. No good. And Black gets it back, puts it up. It won't go, but it's tapped back up and in by Burkert. 30-25. Here's Driver into the front court. Picked up by Gaidos. And he'll dribble it point left as the clock rolls down. We're down to 10 seconds, first half. Driver, center circle, as Gaidos reaches in and fouls him. 6 seconds. And that's his first, team fifth. So they have something to give, as Higgins will get it in with 6 seconds to go in the first half. Ball's in. DeFrancisco, high post, and they blow it dead away from the ball. They'll go on Black.
It's his second.
3.5 to play.
It's just trying to take Fitch out of rhythm right now, because they're definitely deliberately fouling here.
30-25 Poland. Ball's in. DeFrancisco center circle on Duarte. He'll shoot at the buzzer, and it bounces off, no good, but close. And that'll do it for our first half. Stick around for the Haas Auto Group halftime report. Haas Auto Group has a vehicle for every budget. Check for yourself online at hausautogroup.com. And our second quarter, again, brought to you by Baird Brothers Fine Hardwoods, America's source for fine hardwood products since 1960. Online at bairdbrothers.com. At the break in Austintown with our score, Poland 30, Fitch 25. Here on the Baird Brothers Game of the Week on the Sports Animal 1390 WNIL.
Armstrong Local Programming features our community like no one else. Meet your friends and neighbors at special events. Find the perfect pet. Celebrate our region's rich history or enjoy our natural wonders. Armstrong Local Programming is available online, on demand, and on your local Armstrong channel. Find the complete program schedule at ArmstrongOneWire.com. Local programming exclusively from Armstrong. One Wire, infinite possibilities.
Enjoy the convenience of home phone service from Armstrong. Armstrong Telephone delivers reliability you can't get with a cell phone. All your calling is one low monthly price. No confusing rate plan. Your favorite calling features are included. Check out the exclusive online management tools. Set call forwarding, do not disturb, and more. You can even have your voicemail sent to your email. For great savings, bundle television, telephone, and internet. Armstrong. One Wire, infinite possibilities.
Set for the third quarter. It'll be Fitch ball. They'll have Chepke, Driver, Butcher, DeFrancisco, and Higgins. And Poland in the man-to-man defense with Gaidos, Chalmers, Dixon, Black, and Wolf. 30-25. Poland with the lead. And the Falcons working left to right. Chepke passes off to Driver. Guarded by Gaidos. It's 3-on-3. Down to Higgins. 3 Bills, left side. Nope. Back of rim, and then top of the backboard, off the support. It'll be Poland ball. Wolf will get it in. Chalmers, who hands it back to Wolf. And he lobs it down the right side to Chalmers. Sends it right corner to Black. Shoots the 3 and drains it. Black with 8. 33-25, biggest lead of the game, and Brian Beanie doesn't want to see any more of this for the Falcons. He calls timeout. We'll take a 30-second break. 7:21, third quarter. It's Poland 33, Fitch 25. Here on the Baird Brothers Game of the Week on the Sports Animal 1390 WNIL. Well, after the timeout, this wild action on the inbounds. And after several guys touch it and a couple saves, it's Fitch ball. 33-25. Poland with the lead.
I think Fitch was surprised. Poland came out trying to put a little bit of pressure, and Quincy Higgins just lofted it to Driver. Now they're trying this half-court pressure.
Chepke rolls into Brooklyn side up with a shot, and it's blocked by Dixon. Clean. And it comes down to Chepke on the baseline, down on the floor, and it's Poland ball.
That was a nice play, because not only he rejected it, but as Chepke was falling down, the ball came back and he was laying out of bounds. So it goes over to Poland.
Poland and Chalmers between the circles. Slides to his right. Lobs out on the right side to Dixon. Dribbles top of the key. Back on the right side of the pass to Chalmers. Off the screen. Chalmers works on Higgins. Draws a double team. Lob to Dixon on the right side. Now to Gaidos. Long three. Front right. Too thick. Back of the rim. Won't go. Rebound Chalmers. Back to Gaidos. Now to Dixon. 3 bills. Nope. Can't cash it. And Higgins way up for the rebound. Fitch back the other way. 33-25. Poland. Fitch in. Higgins dribbles front right. Takes it into the key and deals it off to DeFrancisco. It's knocked out of bounds by the Bulldogs. Fitch ball baseline in. Higgins will get it in. Bounce into Busher. Takes the left baseline. That door shut. I'll send it out. Center circle to Driver. He's picked up by Dixon. Takes him right in the lane. In traffic. Ball comes loose, and it comes down to Wolf. And as Driver hit the floor, now he's back down the other way. Wolf to Chalmers, to Gaidos, to Black right corner. Pours and scores the triple. Dan Black with a pair of triples here in the third. He has 11, 36-25, and that's our biggest lead.
You could tell he was feeling it because he was calling for the basketball, and just impressive. A big guy that can go out and shoot the threes.
And as Butcher drives front right, he's grabbed and fouled.
Yeah, Dixon.
And they call Dixon.
It's only his first.
Team first. Pitch ball side in. Into Driver. Works the front left. Passes off on the right side to Higgins. Now to Shefke, left wing. Higgins top of the key, in the key. Pulls up, guns it. Too much off the glass. It's loose out in front. Grabbed by Driver. He fires, hits. Jesse Driver with 12. 36-27 Poland. They work the offense. Chalmers on Driver. Steal. Driver. Hashtag to the basket. Got it. Driver with the steal and deal with 14. 36-29. Poland on top. Chalmers dribbles right side and tries to bounce off the Black, who couldn't get to it. Out of bounds. Pitch ball.
Now you wonder if Poland might want to take a little bit of a run here. I think he's going to try to. He did make some changes here.
We have some subs on the floor. Burkert's in. Boland's in for Fitch. He dribbles point right. Fitch in. Dixon gives him space. Pass off to Driver on the right side. It's Shefke. Now to Butcher. Left arc. Now to Boland. Lost the handle. Picks it back up in the lane. In the tall store. Nothing there. And he kicks it back to Shefke.
He wisely pitched that back out. He's had 3 guys around him.
Low right to DeFrancisco. Makes his move and his foul on the way.
So we're getting Wolf on this one.
And it is Wolf. That's his second. Team second. 36-29. Poland. Pitch ball baseline into Driver. Trey on the way. Got it. Jesse Driver with 7 here in the third. 17 of the game. 4-point Poland lead. 36-32. Here are the Bulldogs. Burkert passes top of the key to Dixon. Now he'll give it up to Wolf. Left arc. Makes a move low left. Puts it up. Won't go on the spin. And he runs it down out in front. Now puts up the runner, and it won't go. As it comes out down to Shefke, who hits the floor. He gets up not too happy about it. And it's pitch ball.
I think Black was his third. It's going to be a big one. He might have to sit down for a little bit. Still surprised not the timeout. A 7-0 run here by Fitch, all done by Jesse Driver.
And Black with the only points for Poland here in the third on a pair of triples.
Yeah, Wolf missed a couple of shots inside, but still, once again, getting some offensive rebounds is something that Poland does very well.
Here are the Falcons. Boland has it. Front right, working on the man-to-man. Bounces off to DeFrancisco in the key. Shoots. Swing and a miss on the whip. It's picked up by Driver. Sends it out front to Butcher. He pulls off left of the lane. Guns it. Can't get it from 12. And it's yanked down by the Bulldogs. Wolf brings it back the other way. Into the front court on Shefke. Passes off to Gaidos, center circle. Guarded by Driver. Gaidos moves to his right. Now bounces off to Tate Duarte in the game. He passes off the left side to Burkert. Now to Wolf, front right. Right corner to Guidos. 3 for 3. Won't go flat. And it comes down to Driver. Brings it down the floor. Deals it off to Butcher, who goes to the basket and has a bounce off his foot out of bounds. Poland ball. Pizza Hut sponsors our 50-50 giveaways at all of our broadcast locations this season. Call or go online at pizzahut.com to try Pizza Hut's new, better-than-ever hand-tossed pizza, a slam dunk deal for only $10. 3 minutes to play here in the third quarter. Well, 3:01. 36-32 Fitch. Trailing. As Andrews in the ball game brings it to the front court for the Bulldogs. Pass off to Burkert. Curling around, takes it in the key, shoots, scores. Burkert with 7. 38-32. Again, Poland is led by as much as 11. And here's Driver out on top, and they're going to call it a deuce.
Yeah, they're only
foot on the line.
His foot was on the line. He is kind of putting his team on his back here right now in this third quarter. Really doing a great job.
He's the guy that has to do it for them. 38-34 Bulldogs. 2:30 third quarter. Wolf fitted Duarte. Boston Hogan in the game now for Fitch. Thomas will now bring it up into the front court for Poland. Guarded by Driver. Bounce off to Wolf, who has been shut out here in the third quarter so far with 14 in the game. Now he makes his move, drives to the basket, scoops it up, no good. He's fouled on the floor.
So they're called on Hogan.
And that is his first, team first. Poland with 3. Bulldogs ball, baseline in. They lead at 38-34. Ball's into Andrews. On the right side out front. Guarded by Butcher. Andrews. Spin move. Takes it in the lane. Puts up the runner, won't go. Back of the rim and down to Hogan. Pitch back the other way. Driver now. Center circle. On the blow by. Deals it off to Butcher to left corner. Trey on the way. Won't go. Duarte had the rebound. Lost it. Picked up by Bullen. He attacks the rack and draws the foul. Jake Bullen goes to the free throw line for the Falcons, trailing 38-34. 1:45 third quarter. Tonight's Fitch basketball brought to you in part by Quality Pet Market. The name tells you all you need to know for a healthier pet. Quality Pet Market, the official sponsor of Fitch basketball here on Clear Channel Radio, as Bullen is too flat on the first toss and bounces off no good.
Big foul there. That was on Wolf. That's going to be his third. So him and Black are going to have to sit down. So 1:45 here in the third. We're going to see if they can survive this with 2 of their better players on the bench right now.
Bullen misfires on the second toss. It's batted around and saved into the left corner. Great effort by Andrews. They push it down the floor. Burkert on the left side. Scoops it out in front to Andrews. Double team. Ball's taken away by Bullen. Bullen dribbles down the right side, low right. That door shut off to Hogan. Now to Driver. Shoots a 3. Nope. Rim glass and down to Andrews, is pushed and fouled by DeFrancisco. And that's his second. Team second. 38-34 Poland. Buck 20 third quarter. Ball's into Andrews. Guarded by Butcher. Takes him into the front court. Comes to the left side. Goes to the basket. Too deep underneath and goes up and draws another foul on DeFrancisco.
That's a big one. That's going to be his third now.
Team second.
He's telling his coach he's all right, but maybe sit him down to the fourth quarter, maybe.
1:07 to go in the third. And here's Andrews at the line
I gotta bring
for the Bulldogs. Shooting 2. Bends and sends. Short. Andrews 67% on the season.
He doesn't like it, but it is a good move. You want to have him in the fourth quarter. You do have Pangi on the bench. I'm surprised Hickens is sitting this long, too.
Here's Andrews, looks it over. Trying to split the pair, and does. 39-34. Poland on top. Again, they have led by as much as 11 here in the third, but the Falcons, now Jesse Driver, closing the gap. Driver down the floor on the dribble. In the middle, off screen out front. Deals it off to Bowen, left corner, drives the baseline. Cut off low left, back to Driver, left corner, unloads the three off balance, bounces around, no good. Bowen rebound, back up and draws the foul on Duarte. And that's Tate's second. Team fifth. With 51.7 to go, third quarter. 39-34, Poland. Bowen rifles the first one in. No trajectory on that one.
It's just line drive. That was
39-35, 39-36. Falcons cut it to 3. 50 seconds. Third quarter. Poland end. Guidos dribbles out in front. Off a stack on the right side. Bounces off to Dixon. Front right. Checked by Butcher. Takes it inside the arc. Pulls up. Shoots. Scores. Big basket for Kyle Dixon. 41-36. Poland. 25 seconds to go. Third quarter. Here are the Falcons. Bowen. Point right. On the dribble. Gives it up to Hogan. Back to Bowen. As we roll to 15 seconds to go in the third. Hogan has it now, right side.
Look for them to play for the last shot here.
Hands it back to Bowen. 6 seconds. Driver, center circle. On Burkert. Scoops it off to Bowen. And he throws one up right at the buzzer, just inside the front right arc. Bounces off, no good, and that will do it for the third quarter. Don't forget, we'll have our O'Charlie's Player of the Game in our postgame show. O'Charlie's Restaurants in Boardman and Niles. And, of course, our postgame show brought to you by Home Savings, where you can bank your way with free checking on your smartphone. We head to the fourth at Austin Televised Store. Poland 41, Fitch 36 here on the Baird Brothers Game of the Week on the Sports Animal 1390 WNIL.
TV from Armstrong has more possibilities than ever. Armstrong On Demand has thousands of titles, mostly free with your Television Plus subscription. Demand the latest Hollywood hits, often weeks before they arrive at rental kiosks. Play, pause, and record live TV with the PVR. Our multi-room PVR lets you record hundreds of hours of your favorite shows. And Armstrong HD is the most cost-effective high-definition solution for your home. Armstrong. One wire, infinite possibilities.
Back and Fitch, fourth quarter underway. And while we're away, Dixon with the deuce for Poland, then Chalmers with a foul. 43-36, Poland on top. Falcons working the offense. Driver for the furious third quarter, getting the Falcons back in this thing. Takes it left in the lane, deals it off to Pangio, low left, and it comes up loose, picked up by Guidos. Off to Dixon. Chalmers along with Wolf and Black on the floor for Poland. Just about a minute gone here in the fourth quarter. Chalmers left arc. Bounces off to Dixon. Center circle. Works on Bowen. Pass off to Guidos between the circles. Backs off on Driver. Takes him on the left side. Pulls up on the dribble. Bounce off to Black. Low left to Wolf. Back to Guidos. Tries the left baseline. Back to Wolf. In tight. And he forces one up and won't go, but he draws the foul. And Jake Wolf, who did not score in the third quarter, to the free throw line to shoot 2. And it goes on Hogan. That's his second. Fitch with Hogan, Driver, Pangio, Bowen, and Butcher on the floor. And here's Wolf shooting 2. Good on the first toss. He's in with 15 now. And that makes it 44-36.
Poland, you survived that last minute 45 with Black and Wolf on the bench.
Yeah.
So you got to be happy going into this fourth quarter because you're getting those two back.
Wolf dips, deals, got it. He got 16. 45-36 Bulldogs. Poland coming in at 12-2. Fitch 11-1. Their only loss to the Bulldogs back in December. Here's Driver. Fitch on top of the key. Draws a double team. Now Dixon will back off. And Burkert in the game. Picks up Driver. Pass off to Higgins. Takes it low right on the jump step. And he draws the foul.
Someone's going to get their fourth because Wolf and Black were both in the vicinity.
And it goes on Black. And That is his 4th, team 7th. And here's Higgins at the free throw line. And Jesse steps up, or pardon me, Quincy steps up with 4 points. All in the second quarter. And rims the first one out, no good. Averages 11 per game. But he's the kind of guy that can just explode at any moment.
Yeah, he needs to get in his rhythm right now. A little bit out of rhythm here tonight. They're doing a very good job. I think Dixon's been on him a lot tonight. So he's been having trouble getting started.
Higgins looks it over, flexes, fires. Chunks it, no good. Rebound down to Thomas. Here the Bulldogs guide us out in front. Picked up by Butcher. Takes it on the left side. Looks for the entry. Now bounces off. Out in front to Thomas. Backs up point left. DeFrancisco steps out on him. Just about 2 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. And Poland calls a timeout. Let's take a 30-second break. 6:02 to play in the game. It's Poland 45, Fitch 36 here in the Bear Brothers game of the week on the Sports Animal, 1390 WNIO. Hey, again, a reminder, you'll be able to see tonight's game starting next Tuesday at 2 o'clock on Armstrong 20 and 100. Greg Roten was ready to go here tonight.
Yeah, he's there before we were.
He's locked in. Yeah, he was tonight. No lightning tonight, huh, Greg? And, of course, don't forget to check out Loose Change as well on Armstrong 20 and 100. You can catch all the action of the games. And, of course, Loose Change on YouTube as well. We don't know what awards, but...
yeah, you could just say it.
Fitch with a steal on the lob inside. Jennifer Burkert as Driver comes up with the ball. Brings it back the other way. Fitch end. Passes off to Higgins. Higgins on the right sideline. As Poland collapsing down around the block. And DeFrancisco shoots out in front and comes out no good down to Wolf.
They have really gone cold from the field here in this second half. Fitch has everybody except for Driver.
Wolf passes it down low right to Dixon. Goes reverse. Scoops it up. Won't go. Gets it back on the deal back as he falls down. Nope. As Burkert follows it up. That won't go. And it's loose and it's grabbed by Higgins, and then he's fouled. And that might be on Wolf. No.
It's like
Burkert.
20.
Yeah, that's Burkert's first. Team 8. 4:57 to play in the game. 45-36. Poland on top. And here's Quincy Higgins back to the free throw line. He was there a moment ago and swung and missed on a pair.
And it's a one-on-one situation. They're already at 18 fouls. Poland is.
Higgins looks it over. Delivers. Rattles it in.
Well, this is a situation that can either hurt you or help you, because if you make your free throws with no time off, you kind of get back into this game. If you miss them, then you're giving the ball right back to Poland. So he made the first one. That's a good start.
Higgins, his initials backwards, HQ. Trying for two. Nope. Skips out. 45-37. Poland quickly back the other way. Dixon, right arc. Pass on the cut to Burkert, who lays it in. 9 for Burkert. 47-37. Fitch in, and Driver drains another triple. He's got 22. Timeout. We're going to keep it here. And remind you, Nightline Embroidery and Screen Print will customize just about anything with your logos or artwork. Stop by and see what they can do for you, and that's a lot. 16 West Liberty Street, Girard, or call 545-8108. Tonight's Poland basketball also brought to you in part by Abershur's Jewelry, Town 1 Square in Poland. The only thing more exciting than opening a box with the Abershur's name on it is what's inside. Abershur's, the official sponsor of Poland Bulldogs basketball here on Clear Channel Radio. 47-40, Poland on top. Who's your Super Bowl pick?
You know what? I like Seattle.
You like them, or you're going to pick them to win?
I picked them to win.
Okay.
I think they're going to find a way to come up. I think their defense is going to stop Denver a couple of times, and Denver's defense, I think, is going to have trouble.
For as much as their defensive backs hold, yeah,
yes.
they just might do that, because that's how they butter their bread.
You know, if they don't call it, it's not holding.
I know. I know.
Yeah, the Abishers. We'll have to give Chris Rice their number. Abishers Jewelry with
maybe
with Valentine's Day coming up.
That's a little down the road. We're talking Super Bowl. You're talking
weeks.
Valentine's.
Valentine's is only 2 weeks, man. You got to prepare. 2 weeks salary.
All right, back in action, Poland Hen. Guido's out in front, trying to shake Butcher, and Driver steps in and knocks the ball away. Poland ball side in. Guidos, Chalmers will get it in. Dixon, Wolf, and Black on the floor for Poland.
And look for Poland to be very patient on the offensive end now. You got 4 minutes each time down. You want to take about 30, 40 seconds off the clock unless you have an open lane. Like that
nice
one.
Pass on the cut inside to Black, and he plugs it in. And Chalmers out in front. Great half-court offense. 49-40. Here are the Falcons. Higgins. Lobs it to DeFrancisco. Low right block. Works it up and in on Black. DeFrancisco, Driver, Higgins, Chepke, and Butcher on the floor for Fitch.
That's a smart move because, you know, Black with 4 fouls, he knows he really can't do much to him, so DeFrancisco just took it right at him that time.
49-42. Here's Chalmers left of the lane. Kicks it out on top to Wolf. Drives to the basket, scoops it up, won't go. Slapped out in front of Dixon. He lost it. Now there's a scramble on the floor as Driver hits the deck trying to make the save. And does so, but he's called for traveling. I never liked that call when somebody's, you know, diving on the floor and they get possession and then slide
a little bit, yeah.
And
I agree with that.
There's momentum is, you know, something they can't avoid, and that's a missed call. As far as the rules go. Fitch with a steal. Here's Driver. Jump step, and he sticks it on a chip shot. Driver with 24. 49-44. Pulling on top, 3 minutes to play in the game. Bulldogs in. They have led by as much as 11. Wolf dribbles out in front. Glides inside, and Poland calls timeout. And it was wide open for Wolf on the drive. But Poland had called the timeout. Let's take a 30-second break. 2:53 in the game. 49-44. Poland on top. Here on the Band Brothers Game of the Week on the Sports Animal 1390 WNIO. Back at Fitch. Poland back on offense after the timeout. They lead at 49-44. We're coming down to 2:40 to play in the game. Dixon passes off to Chalmers. Works a point right. Picked up by Driver. Chalmers passes to Black. Now to Guidos. Center circle. Checked by Butcher. Guidos dribbles to the left. Looks to clear. Does so. Knocked away by Chepke. Wolf had it. Lost it. Picked up in the backcourt by Dixon. He gives it off to Chalmers. Center circle. Chalmers passes to Dixon. Left corner. Runner by Driver. Now to Chalmers. Deep left wing. To Guidos on the cut. Deals it right corner to Black. He passes on the entry to Wolf. Knocked away by Chepke. Back the other way, and he's fouled.
That's on Black, too. That'll be it for him. A big foul there. And great defense that time by Fitch, just not letting anybody get inside.
Dan Black fouls out with 1:59 to play in the game. And he will sit down with 13 points. That's a big loss for the Bulldogs. And back the other way, Gabe Chepke at the free throw line. 19th foul on the Bulldogs.
The next foul, they'll be in the double bonus. They'll be shooting 2. And I think, though, with 1:59, I think Fitch has to start fouling here to kind of get back in. They're at 14 fouls. They need to foul 2 or 3 more times to get to the bonus situation.
49-44. Here's Gabe Chepke. 1-1. 6 to front end. Clutch for the senior.
That was a big one. Before that, Fitch was 3 of 8 from the free throw line before that made free throw.
Left-hander. Football standout. Looks it over. Throws. Can't get it. Fight for the rebound. Picked up by DeFrancisco. Back up and in. 49-47. Poland on top. Alex DeFrancisco with the big deuce. 2-point game. Poland end. Chalmers dribbles between the circles. Kicks it back to Gaidos. Front right. On the blow by Butcher. To Burkert, left corner, shoots the three. Too flat, can't go. Dixon back up on the follow. Nope. Rebound down to Driver. Pitch back the other way. Driver into the front court. Off the screen out front. Checked by Wolf. Driver backs off now. Front left. 1:10 to play in the game. 49-47. Timeout. We're going to keep it here.
I think Burkhardt, that was a big mistake making that three. You really don't need any points right now. You just need to hold on to the basketball. He was wide open, but he could have took off a lot of time just holding it in the corner until someone came up and attacked him.
Don't forget our Home Savings postgame show. Home Savings, where you can still get free checking and purchase rewards. And, of course, that will include our O'Charlie's play of the game. O'Charlie's. Good food, good times. Good time here tonight at a packed house. The Falcons Gymnasium.
We finally got a decent game, too, but it's been a little bit of a dry spell for us.
Well, for a while there, that was kind of in doubt as Poland seemed to be really pulling away. They were up by as much as 11.
Been a lot. Well, I've been usually sleeping in the fourth quarter.
And then Jesse Driver got on it. And got the Falcons really back in this. He's in with 24 points.
So they look back at this game, free throws right now. They're struggling from the free throw line right now, shooting-wise. Still need to catch up. They still only have 4 team fouls.
You know, if they ever do the Brian Beanie story, Tom Hanks has to get the role. Pitch ball after the timeout. Baseline in. Check that sideline in. It was DeFrancisco. Checked by Chalmers out in front. Now DeFrancisco attacks the rack and sticks it. Tied at 49. 55 seconds to play. Poland end. Wolf on the dribble. Rumbles to the rim. Scoops it up. It won't go. Rebound DeFrancisco. Lost it. Out of bounds. Fitch ball. Falcons are fired up.
Yeah, they were down 9 here in this fourth quarter and have really come back.
Rolling down to 40 seconds to play in the game. Tied at 49. Pitch end. Driver point left. Guarded by Wolf. And we'll have another timeout call. And again, we will keep it here. We're going to see Poland again twice next week. The Bulldogs will be at Boardman on Tuesday night. And then they'll be back home a week tonight against Canfield. Both of those games on 570. So we'll look forward to that great action. And then we'll see the Falcons again on Tuesday the 18th. And they'll be here at home against Boardman.
That's a big rivalry game, Old Still Valley game. But right now, this game, the winner of this game has the inside driver's seat to the title here.
Right. The All-American Conference, American
Division.
Division.
Look at it, as far as the tournament's concerned, Fitch, unfortunately, they are up in that Division I. They will have to go up there, and that's a tough spot for them. So kind of playing the season out's kind of their tournament game, because once you get up there, you play the Canton and Cleveland teams, and not
tough
that they can't.
Assignment.
It's a tough assignment. Not that they can't compete with this team that they have this year, but it's really tough up there. And you look at Poland, and then with Canfield coming back down, that's going to be a great tournament. And we talk about the different format. They're playing a couple of home games, and then they're going to go to Harding and play the semifinals and the final.
Pitch with Higgins on the inbound, along with DeFrancisco, Chepke, Butcher, and Driver, who takes the ball in the backcourt. Poland with Wolf, Dixon.
A big thing now, Driver, Wolf on Driver.
And Gaidos.
This last play here.
Driver point right. 20 seconds to play in the game. Passes off to Higgins. Shakes Burkert. Takes it in the lane, and he travels.
Yeah, he kind of got caught up and really got stuck there. Now Poland going to take one.
And again, we will keep it here. And again, a reminder, we'll have our O'Charlie's player of the game in our Home Savings post-game show, and that's coming up right around the corner. We're 15.8 seconds to play in the game. We're tied at 49. Fitch had led by as much as 5 in the first half. That was their biggest lead. And then Poland pushed out to an 11-point advantage for the biggest lead of the game until the Falcons stepped on the gas and have roared back here to tie it up at 49. Again, they matched up back in December over at Poland, and the Bulldogs came out on top of that one, 65-48. It's Fitch's only loss. And, of course, Poland's 2 losses to Canfield, and before that, Newcastle.
And one big note, something is when they score over 50, they're 11-0 this year, so they're sitting at 49 right now. But you look at, I think if not mistaken, Poland was up by 11 twice in this game, and Fitch had to battle back, so just great resilience.
Guidance in the backcourt, picked up by Butcher, who fouls him at midcourt. And Butcher with his second.
He wanted that earlier, I think. Right now, this is what they're going to do. They're going to foul a couple more times. Not to send him to the line, but at least get it to the 1-on-1 situation, I think.
Ball's in to Wolf, and he's hacked by Chepke. And that's Gabe Stewart. Correction, I had Butcher with 2. He is at 1 foul. That's team 6th. He's got something to give. I think we have another timeout. Everyone was saving their timeouts.
Yep. And we saw this at the end of the first half where Poland was fouled a couple times. You kind of throw the team off a rhythm. Now we're getting at the other end. Fitch is fouled a couple times. You can't really get set up in your offense. You're always having to take the ball out, and it takes a couple seconds off to kind of get you back into the offense. As we see now, already 6.5 left here in this fourth quarter.
And, of course, for Poland, Dan Black has fouled out of the game, and he was big in the third quarter for them. And he sat down with 1:59 to play with 13 points. Wolf leading the Bulldogs with 16, and on the other side, Jesse Driver leading all scorers with 24. So after the timeout, the Bulldogs come with Burkert, Chalmers, Wolf, Gaidos, and Dixon. And Fitch breaks huddle with Dean Francisco, Chepke, Driver, Butcher, and Higgins.
And it looks like each team with 1 timeout left, so we'll have to see how that plays out.
We have 6.5 to play in the game. We're tied at 49. Burkert gets into Chalmers to Wolf, cuts to the basket, gets a man in the air, and draws a foul as he hits the deck. And he will go to the line to shoot 2 with 3.4 to play in the game. And the foul's on Chepke.
It's going to send him to the line to shoot 2 here. That was a great play they ran from the inbound.
Yes.
They ran a pick. They picked the man off of Wolf, so Wolf's going to go to the line to shoot 2 here.
First one on the way. Nope. Jake Wolf again, 66% at the free throw line. Second one, throws it. In and out. Rebound down to Chepke. To Driver, midcourt. Heave at the buzzer. Over the backboard. And we will go to overtime. Tied at 49. We'll take a 30-second break. Again from Austintown, going to the extra session. Our score, Poland 49, Fitch 49. Here on the Baird Brothers Game of the Week on the Sports Animal 1390 WNIO.
Armstrong Television is bringing you more amazing possibilities than ever. Look for more channels, more high definition, and more choices on demand. We're your whole home solution. Enjoy Armstrong On Demand's room-to-room viewing, or record and share programs with our multi-room PVR with hundreds of hours of recording space. And take Armstrong TV anywhere, on your laptop, tablet, or handheld. Rethink television and explore amazing possibilities with Armstrong.
Back in Austintown, we're going to overtime. Poland Fitch tied at 49. Jim Evans along with Bob Gavalier. And I guess we did break our drought here, Bob. Huh?
Yeah, I think we did. Not only that, they're making us work they're making us work longer.
Extra session. All right. Poland will come with Burkert, Gaidos, Chalmers, Wolf, and Dixon. Wolf will step in center circle against Steve Francisco, along with Higgins, Chepke, Driver, and Butcher for Fitch. There's a toss, and the tap. Overtime is underway. Controlled by Poland as they move from right to left. Gaidos out in front, working on the man-to-man. Picked up by Driver. Bounces off to Chalmers, right wing. Now he'll want some space. Backs out point right. Comes to his left, center circle. Checked by DeFrancisco. Takes him left of the lane. Chalmers gives it up to Wolf. Guarded by Chepke. Top of the key. Whips it right corner to Dixon. Trying to go baseline, cut off by Driver. Pass off to Gaidos. Point right. He's checked by Butcher. Gaidos hands it off to Dixon. Scoops back to Chalmers. 3:15 in overtime. We're tied at 49. Here's Chalmers. Takes it low left. That door's closed. Pushes it back out point left to Gaidos. Slides to his right. Bounce off to Burkert. Guarded by Higgins. Burkert to his right. Now back to his left. Attacks the rack. Scoops it up and in with the left hand. Jared Burkert with 11. 51-49. Poland. Driver. Left of the lane. To Butcher, left corner with a three, and it rattles in.
Wow. And it came back out and then came back down. A great shot. Nice time for Butcher to come up with a key three there.
52-51 Fitch. Back the other way. Tray on the way for Dixon, and he buries it. 54-52 Poland. 2:15 in overtime. Fitch end, Driver, center circle, guarded by Wolf. Passes off to Butcher. Right wing, back to Driver, point right. As we roll down to 2 minutes to play in overtime. As Driver tries to split two defenders out on top. He's bumped and fouled by Wolf.
It's going to be his fourth. And Driver will go to line to shoot two. They're in the double bonus now.
54-52 Poland. And Jesse Driver steps up with 24 points. 1 for 2 at the line tonight. 6'1" senior. Ahead of schedule, averaging just under 17 per game coming in.
Poland with 10 team fouls, Fitch with 7, so both teams will be shooting free throws here in the overtime period.
Yeah, Driver 6 the first one. In with 25. 54-53. Driver bends and sends. Good. Tied again. 54 up. Under 2 minutes to play in overtime. Poland end. Burkert scoops it off to Chalmers. Front right. Guarded by DeFrancisco. Chalmers top of the key. Now right in the lane. Now in the lane. Heels it back to Gaidos. He takes it right in the lane. Stumbles. Scoops it off to Burkert. Shoots the three. Rim. Nope. Wolf on the rebound. Under the basket. Back up and in. Wolf with 18. 56-54. Poland with the lead. 125 in overtime as Driver dribbles to the basket. He's called for traveling.
I think he might have hurt his ankle.
Thumbs up limping.
Yep. Might have came down on it wrong.
Poland ball. Wolf will bring it up on Chepke into the front court. Has a point left. Pulls up left arc. Gets it back to Burkert. 1:10 to play in overtime. 2-point Poland lead. Burkert, the right arc, bounces back to Gaidos. Guarded by Butcher. Gaidos between the circles. Now center circle. On the dribble, top of the key. Sends it left side to Burkert. They get some spacing. Looking for the cutter now. Wolf attacks the rack and scoops it up and in. And that was what we saw earlier when Wolf went to the basket with a wide open lane and Poland had called a timeout before he got to the basket. But this time he connects. He's got 20, and it's a 4-point Poland lead with 46.5 to play here in overtime. We'll keep it here. But again, we will have our Charlie's play of the game and our home savings post-game show, so hang tight for that. But before we get to that, we've got this.
Yeah, we do. That was just a great job. I think Wolf kind of knew, kind of like faked like he was going to take it back out to set up the offense, and I think the defense rested a little bit. Once he saw that, he took off right away, and there was nothing they could do. He went down the left side, in for the layup, and yeah, we did see that where Poland called a timeout on it, so just a great run to come back at that. And great job of Wolf, the senior leader there, just taking control here in the overtime.
Well, like we said, Dave Price did see a shadow, so that means 6 more weeks of basketball. And if this is any indication of what's to come, that is quite all right. Pitch ball, backcourt end, Higgins. Cross the line on Burkert. Down shifts. Tom McKee passes off the Butcher on the right side. To Chepke. Not a driver. Back to Higgins. Top of the key. Off the screen by Chepke. Comes to his right. Goes low right to DeFrancisco. As he runs into Wolf, who hits the deck, and a shot comes up. No good in tight. Poland pushing it down the floor. Burkert saves it, and then Guidos will plug it in on the tap back. Just under 10 seconds to play, 60-54 Poland. Back the other way, Fitch with the shot outside. And it comes off no good and tapped out by the Bulldogs. As Burkert will sit down and Duarte will come onto the floor for Poland with a 6-point lead, 5.7 to play in overtime. Ball's into driver, shoots to 3 left corner, too thick, no good. Rebound down to Duarte, and that will do it. As the Bulldogs pull off the season sweep on the Falcons and take care of business, but it did not come easy. Our final score in overtime, Poland 60, Fitch 54, here on the Baird Brothers Game of the Week on the Sports Animal 1390 WNIO.